Well, hey there out there. It's me, Mr. C. I have some extra time on my hands where I'm socially isolating myself, and I get the feeling a lot of you guys are too. And a lot of schools are closed right now, and I know there's a lot of parents who are worried about the amount of instruction that kids are missing, and they're trying to do stuff at home, and they're asking themselves, how do I create school at home? And it's, some parents are going to be very good at it, as in it's going to be easy for them and it'll be difficult for people. This is a video for people who might be worried about finding it difficult. I want to help out. I want to give you some ideas and some pedagogy behind why teachers do what they do and how we make education work and how it might work best for you. So if you're looking for ideas, this video is for you. There's, a few steps that I want you to take. And step number 1 is going to be gathering resources. Now, this video is I'm not going to go in depth on where to find everything. There's so much stuff going on out there right now where people are posting links to websites and different resources that districts are providing. You can Google that. You can get a hold of me via email or on social medias, and I can help you find that stuff. You probably know a zillion people on social media that can help you find resources for that. This video is not going to go in depth there. Where I'm more going to go into the process of how you create a learning environment in your house. And so when I say gather resources, I just mean you're going to want to hit the subject areas. You're going to want to find some resources for math, reading, writing, science, social studies, and the arts. Please, the arts, be it visual arts with projects and things like that, dancing and music, all these things count. Drama and acting, school does that. And so don't forget that when you're at home trying to do school at home, you're going to want your kids engaging all their senses, and the arts is one of the best ways to do that. So make sure that you have some good activities in that regard as well. Now, step 2, once you've gathered your resources, you have to make a schedule. Start small and work your way up. Subject timing for a teacher in elementary school is usually about 45 minutes chunked out into smaller blocks, even within there. I think if you've never done this before, you're crazy if you go more than 20 or 30 minutes to start per subject. You really want to set yourself up for success. It's going to make what you're doing more engaging for your kids if you try to chunk it out better. So I would start with 20 or 30 minutes and scale your way up from there, and then really make sure you have breaks in between. You want to do brain breaking. You want to do movement. You want to incorporate some kind of athletics or movement and motion. Whatever it is you can do to break up your times, it's going to help you stay sane, and it's going to help your kids adjust to the schedule if they know they can count on movement breaks in between. It helps little ones especially get their wiggles out, and just know you're going to be experimenting, and that if you have kids who can go longer, go for it. If you have, children that need shorter periods of time, you're going to have to read into that. You're going to have to notice that. And you kind of have the power to personalize that for your own kids and for your family. So do what's right, experiment, play with things until you find a recipe for a schedule that's going to work on a daily. If you're doing daily. So step 3, after you have a schedule and after you kind of have a bunch of resources together, you need to set goals, and you have to have a foundation of expectations. And I would highly encourage incentive programs. You want to be able to tell your kids on a daily basis what you expect them to learn. If you're setting weekly goals for older kids, that's fine. Or if you're going to chunk, goals for a couple of days together, but you should be able to break down your goals for them on a day-to-day basis. This is what I expect for you to learn today, or for you to try to learn today, or for the progress that I want you to make today. And you want to communicate that. Write it down if you have to. That's what teachers generally do. But really, if you've got other forms of communicating with your kids, you're going to want to communicate your goals all the way down to a daily basis, and then set some incentives and some things for them to work for. Kids love extrinsic motivation. Not every kid is just encouraged to be a great leader a great student on the inside. Shocker. And so extrinsic motivation, which is like prizes and incentives, work really well with kids. Teachers use them all the time. If your kids love stickers, use stickers. If you're a candy family, do candy. If it's X amount of video game time, you get 20 minutes of video game time, do it. Set up an incentive program that is based around these goals. And make sure it's not just a timing thing, right? Like, you want them learning something and showing that they've learned, showing that they've accomplished something. So set goals and set incentives around those goals, and make sure you're celebrating, right? When kids accomplish something, recognize it. Good teachers do that because it gives that endorphin rush in the head, and kids go, oh man, like I just got a huge shout out from someone that I care about. And so then they want that again. And so they'll work hard for you again if you make sure you celebrate their accomplishments. So after you have your goals set, you need to hold kids accountable to it. You don't ever want to give out an incentive to a kid unless they've earned it. They will test the boundaries on that. They will see if, I set my goal of finishing this book and passing, a quiz on it by the end of the week. I didn't quite get there. Am I still going to get my prize anyways? And if your answer is yes, then be ready for them not to hit their goals next week too. Or at least for incentives to be less effective. If you want incentives that you're setting to work, and if you want to set reasonable goals that kids are going to work to accomplish, make sure that you're incentivizing them accomplishing the goals, not just handing out incentives willy-nilly, or they will learn that quickly. And they'll start to fake it. Kids are really good at faking it. And so checking in and making sure, hey, did you really learn this? If you're using different websites to show learning, skills practice in one regard or another, make sure you're checking to see if they're, the scores and the data that the website has available. If you're doing things like packets and worksheets, make sure you're correcting and looking at them. So kids aren't just scrabbling things in. If kids are saying they're reading books, ask them questions about the books that they're reading. Hold them accountable to their learning. Otherwise, kids very naturally don't. And that, leads me to the next part of, expecting pushback. Teachers know after their first week in a classroom that not every kid wants to sit down and actually engage with real learning. What? That's a hard lesson for a first year teacher, and kids push back. And so that's a lesson you might learn to expect for a first time as a parent, though. I know many parents know that too, right? But in learning environments, really expect pushback. Expect kids to try to manipulate their way out of real learning. Expect them to take shortcuts. Expect them to try to get to incentives without doing the work. It's totally normal. And it's the job of a teacher to make sure they're not getting away with that stuff. And to make sure that, that they're being persistent. The teacher is persistent in this regard to really impress the importance of learning on the kids, to be setting reasonable goals, to be finding incentives that work for kids, and to make sure, that you're doing your job of teaching. And if you're a parent right now that's finding yourself as a teacher, good luck. You're going to be great. And if you find that you're not, ask for help, right? Step 6, I've seen memes all over the place now. Every teacher I know has posted today on Facebook that they want to help and that you can reach out. And there's teachers who are not working right now who would love to help. Find them, look on social media, Google it. You will find a ton of resources. There's so much free stuff out there right now because people know that kids are stuck at home, and they're surprisingly, companies are stepping up. I'm sure it's partly advertising, but they're also stepping up and offering free services that are normally pay services. So go out and find that stuff. Check your district for resources too. Denver Public Library has a ton of stuff going on right now. I would assume all public libraries are probably trying to help families out right now. And so definitely check your local public libraries as well. Use me as a resource. Here's all my contact. I'm theamazingmrc@gmail.com. That's my Twitter handle too. And you can find my page on facebook.com/amazingmrc. Ask questions, send people there. I'll post resources. Please, if you have other free resources that are available to parents at this time, if there's techniques that work for you, would love to hear about that because, what works for one family, what works for one person doesn't work for everybody. And so, the more information we can share with each other, the more communicating we do around what works when we're trying to do school at home, the better it's going to be for somebody else out there who's potentially struggling in similar ways or finding success in similar ways, but just doesn't know it yet. So yes, please share, reach out, work with each other, and we will continue to derive new ways of making this odd way of doing school from home work. So stay happy out there, stay healthy out there, and we'll see you guys next time on the interwebs.